Arthurs for the final night.
Very well. Friends, welcome to the intro hour, and this is the Battletech draft. Now, for those who are watching live on Twitch, you of course saw our new intro sequence that's only for the Battletech draft, which had the Battletech draft robot punching the screen while our new Battletech draft theme song was playing. You will never see that again, and if you are on YouTube, you will never have seen it. That's deeply unfortunate. You'll just have to imagine that it was real. I'm joined live by 3 participants tonight: Big Spoon, Grimdark James, and Lawson. And I am going to ask the 3 of them to decide who will draw first in the Battletech draft.
Spoon.
Spoon, would you also like to vote for yourself?
I was going to vote for James.
Very well. James, it sounds like you have the deciding vote.
Oh, look, I'm Spoon can go first. It's fine.
Very well. Big Spoon.
I thought he was going to vote for me.
The first member of the Battletech draft goes to you, and it is Eric Fulgaris as Jasper Hiroka. This is his Oath of Enosteel Generation 1 character, I believe.
Yeah.
Would you like to assign him to be a light, medium, heavy, or lance leader?
That's a good one.
It's a good one. Notably, he also served as the lance leader of his timeline. That doesn't mean that he's well known for leading that lance, but he was the lance leader of that.
I'm gonna put him in as a medium because I believe that he did.
He was an enforcer pilot.
Oh, yeah,
Looks like
I think he did quite a bit of time in the medium circuit for sure.
Eric Vulgaris drawing a bushwhacker as his mech of choice.
Okay.
This is a very strong pick, I'd say. A medium mech, known medium mech pilot piloting one of the most advanced medium mechs. Very solid all-around picks. Grimdark James.
Yes.
Your draft pick is Limo as Hunter McGregor. Classically, a Highlander-only pilot.
Yeah.
Would you like to assign him as a light, medium, heavy, or lance leader position?
Well, since there's no assault, I think we're going to have to go with heavy to get him as close as possible to his baby Highlander.
Very well. Drawing from the heavy bag.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got here. It's a Stalker, not technically a heavy mech.
Depending on which model it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can be.
Yeah.
This is a solid pick for Hunter McGregor, but it does not have the melee build that he specializes in. Still, it is of a weight class.
If a Stalker steps on you, you're going to know it. So
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, like a great heavy pull there would have been like an Axeman. Like, because I believe Hunter McGregor eventually had melee SPAs, didn't he?
He did.
I would have taken an Archer if only for the battle fists.
Very well.
For sure.
Lawson, looking into the bag, you are taking Big Spoon as Seth Kabrinsky, the Warwolf, literally the only person to be the champion of Season 1 of Solaris Knights, and also a co-winner of Season 2, the unpublished season of Solaris Knights. This is probably the most valuable card in the whole deck. Where would you like to place him?
I feel like that has to be the lance leader.
Lance leader.
Yeah.
This is for all the beans. Now, no one knows what's in this bag except for me. Spoon could get absolute dog shit or pure gold out of this bag. Let's take a look.
Come on, Irby.
What did he pull?
Big Spoon has drawn a Warhammer. Now, classically, this is pretty good. Now, this is not a clan Warhammer.
No, but listen, Seth Kabrinsky started with a Warhammer in the specifically a 6D.
I have to say, looking at the draw right now, Lawson, in my mind, is clearly in the lead.
Yeah, strong first place.
Strong first pick. Absolutely insane first pick. All right, we're shuffling up the cards. We're shuffling up the mechs again. Spoon, your next pick is Wise Fool as Celeste Reincolt. This is the second
am I just gonna get the
generation.
Oath of Endosteel?
It does seem like you're getting Oath of Endosteel. Second generation. Actually, Celeste Reincolt is... Spoon did not play her, but
Yes.
I played her. She was on
Yeah.
Solaris Knights as an opponent.
Yes, that's true. I'm gonna put Celeste in my heavy slot.
Heavy spot for Celeste Reincolt. Her father famously piloted a heavy mech, a Black Knight. Let's see what you get.
Yeah, Black Knight.
You are drawing an awesome.
And awesome. Okay.
It's a pretty solid
That's
choice
solid.
for the heavy
Yeah.
heavy spot right there.
I'm
All
good
right.
with that. I like
Hard
that.
to
I like
argue with that.
Awesome choice.
You like
It is
that
an awesome
PPC or
choice. Yeah, three
PPC.
PPCs.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would point out, it is a very similar build to her father's Black Knight in it being a
Energy weapon.
tanky energy weapon.
Yeah.
Grimdark
three?
James,
Overheating all day, every day. Yes.
Yeah.
we're taking a look here. You have chosen Grimdark James as Kid a Hero. This
Okay.
is your own character.
Definitely got to go with the medium then.
Medium, historically a very solid choice for hero. We're drawing the mech. It's a Kintaro. That is a combine
For
mech
real?
Yeah,
as
that's it,
well.
yeah.
Incredible.
Oh, what a draw. What a
James literally ascending. I feel like he has to get bonus points for like synchronization. You know what I mean?
draw. Cultural relevance as
He's
well.
aura farming, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the Kentaro's a really good mech too. Like no matter what
Yeah.
variant it is, he too like 1920, like those are both great. So like Star
Yeah,
League
some-
era
some-
or
Some do like it hot.
Some like when the heat is on.
and some like their enemies to be a smoking ruin after they hit them with 18 SRM6s.
Yeah. That's not very likely, but it does happen.
Yeah, I mean it can.
All right, Lawson, let's take a look. Your next draw is Kane DeMail as Adam Knight. Now, it should be noted, I believe there are 4 Kane DeMail characters in this bag.
It's true.
I'm not trying to to shit on him. I don't think Adam Knight was alive for very long.
So Adam Knight was the character between between Kyle Morgan and Carl Del Villar. I think he piloted it wasn't a Stone Rhino, but it was Goss. Was it a Night Star?
Could be.
I think it was the Night Star.
We'll have to ask Kane directly. Where would you like to place him, Lawson?
I'll throw him in medium.
All right. Let's see what he gets.
I think that might be a misplay.
The draw here is
I'll put him in
Enforcer.
light,
Enforcer.
and I want to save heavy.
Okay.
Very well. All right.
Yeah.
We're
that's
shuffling all the bags. We're shuffling all the cards. Once
hoping-
again.
Put a Dunamis in light, to be honest.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean,
that's-
Dunamis is the
yeah.
only character in the entire roster who famously piloted light mechs. A light mech specialist. Big Spoon, you have drawn Eric Vulgaris as Angus McDougal, yet another
no.
Blades of Honor character, and your second Eric Vulgaris.
What is happening here? Well, Jesus, I'm not gonna put him as my lance leader, that's for sure.
Ooh, wow. Complete shit all over. I mean, Eric Vulgaris, yes. Angus McDougal, no.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm starting to regret putting Jasper Hiroka in the medium slot instead of putting him as my lance leader.
Yeah, it's a
I
shame
guess-
that you could sort of like learn who our 4 were first and then pick our assignments, but you know, that's the way the draft rolls.
That's the
Yeah.
way the draft rolls.
We're gonna stick him in a
Sometimes
light,
you
I
draft
guess.
Tom Brady when you already have a quarterback.
Fair.
Our
We're
first
putting him in
light. Is a Panther, historically not a Federated Sons mech.
Yeah, but they got a lot of salvage Panthers, right?
That's true.
I mean,
He was also
what are you talking
famously a
about?
master of ballistics, however.
Yeah.
Panthers historically only use a massive, regular PPC for a while.
Yeah.
Grimdark James, you have drawn Kane DeMail as Kyle Morgan.
Ooh,
Another
okay.
Solaris Knights creation.
I I like Kyle,
The
but I think
stronger characters in the series, yeah.
I feel like he's got to go in the
Jet skis.
light only because we want to put Kane in every single light mech we can.
As long as the
Urban
jet
Mech.
Yeah, nice.
Classic. Absolute dog shit in the field, unfortunately. But
If Kyle Morgan's piloting it, though, it's definitely some sort of experimental prototype.
yeah. It's that Irby lamb
skis,
that they
Chase Billings.
Yeah, Trace Billings.
Lawson drawing the other Solaris Knights Season 2 champion,
Oh my
Ludeman,
God.
as the Hillbilly, the uncontested governor of Solaris. Unbelievable draw by Lawson. This guy's
And he's
literally
going
just
right into heavy.
pulling. Unbelievable. All right. Grasshopper. Not a bad pick for the Hillbilly. He did have his own specialized mech he used. But of course that mech is not in any of these bags. So
I think he was more of a ballistics, wasn't he?
well, he was more of a I have one mech and that's the only mech I'll ever use.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Spoon, there are 12 cards left in this deck. What are the odds you get one more Oath of Endosteel character? It'd be so great if you drew Jasper, or not Jasper, if you drew McDougal.
Yeah.
You got Kane DeMale as Carl Del Villar as your
Okay,
Lance leader.
Listen, yeah, let's throw him in there as Lance leader. I'm good with that.
Solid pick.
Star
solid
Colonel.
pick.
Star
You're gonna get all the Canes out of the deck?
Unfortunately, Kane is piloting a dragon. This is a trap.
Ugh.
It's one of the worst command mechs in existence. It's absolute dog shit.
It depends on the variant. It's like standard
Cope and Seethe.
DRG 1N. Yeah, it's awful. But you slap a PPC in there instead of the autocannon 5, and that's a really good heavy mech, actually.
Grimdark James, your Lance leader and final draft pick is Radosaurus as Butch McGurk.
Oh, nice. There you go.
There's an all-star.
That's a talk about drafting Tom Brady when you need a quarterback.
Piloting a Highlander. This is a solid
right
command mech. Absolutely glorious pick for Rad. He absolutely would get some sort of variant that had the thing where when you heat up, you run TSM. He would get a TSM Highlander for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
He is 100% balls in for Death from Above's. Lawson, your final pick and your light mech pilot is Neo Buzzard as Siegfried Arneson.
Okay.
Piloting a Firestarter. How do we feel about these lances? I mean, I have to be honest. Lawson's pilot picks are kind of uncontestable to me.
Yeah, Lawson. I think Lawson pilot, like the pilot skill of Lawson's characters, like other than Adam Knight, but just because Adam Knight didn't live for very long.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's got Seth Gorinsky and the Hillbilly. Like those two alone are elite level pilots, and then you throw in.
I got the wrong Kane. I should have gotten Kyle Morgan on my squad at this point.
Yeah, right, for real.
Would have gotten definitely the chemistry with Seth.
I have to tell you, I think Carl Del Villar would be a great leader. I don't think he could manage Jasper, Celeste, and Angus. I think that they would probably not obey him. You know what I mean? I'm just saying they're kind of historically very freewheeling characters, hopped up on their own nobility, and Carl is kind of a no-nonsense. Apparently, I'm the only one who thinks this.
I think out of the let's go category by category and choose to quote unquote one each category.
All right.
So I think one we can do even like pilot and mech. Which one do we think is the best combination? So I think lights. Goes to. I mean, I didn't watch
Blades of Honor. Siegfried was a catapult pilot.
Yeah, so I honestly I think James probably wins in the light category.
With Kyle Morgan in an urban mech?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually would have given
Kyle
it to
Morgan.
Eric.
Really?
Yes.
Angus? I always felt like Angus was not a good mech pilot. Like
And
like
I'll go out there and say I don't rate the Firestarter. Many people do, but I'm not one of them.
yeah.
Wow. All right. Okay. It seems like I'm being
Unless what
outvoted.
you want is war crimes. Like if you want to do war crimes, the Firestarter is definitely top tier.
I honestly I think the light category is probably the closest one to like a toss up.
Yeah.
In that like no one really drew a great light pilot. We all kind of drew mediocre mechs.
Yeah.
It's kind of the dump slot.
I think it's hard to say James isn't the winner of the medium slot. I mean, piloting his signature mech, his own
Right.
pilot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the synergy here is insane.
Like if Jasper had drawn one of his mechs in the show,
An
I would
enforcer,
say,
yeah.
like an enforcer, I would have been like, wow, we have a, and like as it is, I think Jasper's a close second, but yeah, I think medium has to go to hero.
I mean, Bushwhacker is a very strong mech, but yeah, Hero is a lunatic.
Kane will do some damage though. He may not come out on top, but he'll definitely leave a mark.
Now, as a Hunter McGregor fan, it's hard for me to not say Hunter McGregor is performing very well in the heavy category, but Ludeman is so undefeatable that he rolled a 12 when he needed to beat an 11 to assassinate Omar in Solaris Knights 2. The Hillbilly has consistently been not just good tactically, but also lucky in many of his matches.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely Hillbilly is the best pilot in that category, and like, but I think he's in the weakest mech.
I think that the Grasshopper is very strong in melee combat.
Sure.
Grasshopper was great.
Yeah.
For a heavy mech.
Yes.
He's going up against 2 assaults.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but Hunter will move into melee even if he doesn't.
Yeah,
have
Hunter
melee.
will absolutely melee. There's no contest there. He's absolutely going to be in melee range. He's got one of those fancy clan LRM stalkers or some shit. Or maybe like an SRM stalker. Lance Leader is tough for me. Carl Del Villar is a second place champion. Butch McGurk is a survivor. And Seth Kabrinsky is a first place champion. I mean, just based on how it is, there's absolutely no shot that Carl and Seth aren't very evenly matched here.
Yeah.
However, a Warhammer absolutely dumps on a dragon. So
yeah, so I think that's the difference, and that might be the difference maker overall. Is that I mean, Butch is like it definitely comes down to Butch and Seth. I think. Just because
I want to tell a quick Stalker story too, since the Stalker came up in this thing too.
let's do it.
That recently I was doing a Battletech like sort of 1v1 series with a friend. We were using one of the published scenarios, but we were rolling from the any unit on the rat table, like not the one specific to the campaign. And he rolled a Stalker, and a Stalker variant we weren't familiar with. And we loaded it up in Mega Mech, and we're like, what are LRTs? And worked out it was an underwater variant of the Stalker with torpedoes.
so they were useless.
They were useless.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, you think they're useless? We were going to have an episode of Battletech that featured torpedo clan mechs to fight frigates. And Dunamis was going to be in a helicopter. It was going to be like a frigate launches a helicopter to defend itself. Unfortunately, I never got around to finishing that series because I couldn't figure out a way to make infantry combat interesting. Because there's going to be a frigate with a helicopter support and then Marines on board fighting a single clan mech with torpedo launchers in a sort of, desperate last effort versus a Godzilla situation.
Well,
just everybody blazing away.
Don't you have to be underwater to fire the torpedoes?
Yeah, but the frigate is underwater. And the mech was also... there was a variant of, I think, the Euler that has underwater torpedoes. And it was going to be like a submarine movie. We filmed 2 parts of it, but I never got good. I mean, I've been hearing that they're going to revise the Battletech infantry rules for like 4 years, and it never happens. So, I mean, maybe it's about to happen, but I don't think so. It's not a very important part of the game. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We're going to run Gleemo through a Sam Axe burn notice situation, but it just never happened. But I called Sidious up and I was like, listen, I want to do a situation with Dunamis where you're both piloting a helicopter together and you have to make decisions, but at the end of the scenario you die and you tell him to fight the clan mech that kills him. And Sidious was like, 100%, I'm definitely in with this. And here's the thing, his dialogue was really good, and then Dunamis was like, no, I'm gonna take the helicopter down in a fiery crash. And I was like, no, you can't do that. We have another episode, Dunamis. You have to let him eject.
I need to drop off.
All
I
right.
completely forgot that was a draft. I knew I wasn't here for the whole thing, but hopefully you guys can have some fun with the crap that I pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very glad we all got like really good lance leaders.
Yeah. Have fun, guys.
Yep. We'll see you, James.
See you, James. Have fun.
Now,
So what sorry, go ahead.
I have to say, Spoon, it's hard to speak against Seth Kabrinsky, but Butch McGurk was in more episodes, and
It's true.
and you know, he is a long time, I mean, he's a subject matter expert on both leadership and mech fighting.
Sure.
In a number of different weight classes and situations. He survived the clan war to the post clan war period. Like, he was from before clan war to after clan war. Like, he's absolutely a veteran at fighting you.
And he's old and he's slow. Because what? By the time Seth Kabrinsky's Solaris Grand Champion, Butch McGurk is like 70.
I'm sorry to all the 70-year-olds out here.
But like,
Hey,
I mean,
you know what? I bet that there's a variant of the Highlander that has the command jump seat in the back so that Butch doesn't have to pilot the mech directly. He's just directing everybody from a regimental command chair.
Yeah. No, I think but you know, it's hard to beat a difference of like 30 tons. Not 25 tons.
Yeah.
That's a tough hill to climb. So I think in the lance leader category, I think Butch McGurk does take it specifically just because he has a much heavier mech. What do we think is the best, like the best combination, like our best in each category to put together?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
So I'll do mine, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're looking at Butch McGurk as lance leader, Hillbilly as heavy, Hero as
Oh, you're mixed and matching.
yeah, like a mix and match. Hero as medium, and oh man, probably Siegfried as the light. Like both, not just like who is the best pilot, who is the best, what's the best mech, like who canonically would work the best together.
I mean, if that's the case, I have to go Seth Kabrinsky, the Hillbilly, Adam Knight, and Kyle Morgan.
Yeah,
These are all Apex
Sure.
Predators.
have worked together, yeah, for the most part.
Sorry, not Apex Predators, Apex Dragons. I mean, not all of them work together. Historically, Kyle Morgan and Adam Knight
Yeah, I mean,
could not have ever worked together.
Never could have worked together.
But they all belong to the same organization, and then if there's a alternate multiverse timeline where they could all fight together, I think fighting under the banner of Seth Kabrinsky would be way more natural than any other combination on the board here.
That's fair.
they fought together in the Christmas episode.
Yeah, they fought each other in another episode as well. So, you know, look, man, I'll never get over my shock of, you know, the cast stopping me mid-episode and being like, now hold up, I'm the game master now. We're going to turn this into a 3-way battle. And Stonard at some point just being like, hold up, I'm dying. I'm out. I surrender immediately.
Well,
I don't
remember
believe in
that,
this
like,
anymore.
Kane like messaged me and he's like, "Are we gonna do it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't see why not."
Who else could be in this bag? What other mechs
Yeah.
could possibly? No,
so,
absolutely not. I'm not showing them.
no.
No,
Oh, okay. Are we gonna have another
it could
Battletech
happen. It's
draft
possible.
at some point?
It's possible. If there's, you know what? If there's a demand for it, it'll come back. Let's say that.
Okay.
If
Well,
people
I, for one,
enjoyed
had a
this
good
one.
time.
Unfortunately, you have been collected by Lawson, so you know
Yeah, it's okay.
he scooped you.
I'll I'll see what he wants in trade for his collector first edition collector Seth Kabrinsky rookie card.
Look, I earned it after what Seth did to Saya.
That's so true.
Brutal.
That's so true. Oh man,
Saya Jade
that was
Falcon.
another
There's
wild
someone I
battle.
don't think about.
Oh, Saya. I was really hoping that I could bring like take her as bondsman and bring her around, but didn't work out. The dice said no.
Rest in peace, Saya Billings.
Yep. I'm gonna jump off for a second and take the dogs out to go potty, and then I'll be back.
Very well. Yeah, I don't know. That was going to be the whole show. Was that what do we even do on this show?
We talk, we advertise, we shill the Discord. We congratulate all teachers in the world on Teacher Appreciation Week this week.
It is Teacher Appreciation
That
Week.
would include frequent guest of the show, sometimes co-host Savannah.
All right, let me send her a Discord message. Spell appreciation correctly. I feel like if you send a teacher Happy Teacher Appreciation Week, but you spell it wrong, they have a stroke.
I just put a general chat message earlier
Sure.
today.
Man, what has been going on? If you're a Patreon member, you know I've been absolutely cracking down on getting the editing out there. And if you're a World of Warcraft player, you know I've absolutely been cracking down on making a bunch of alts and then using up all their rested XP. And I've got a timer for 10 days. When that rested XP is back topped off, we're going to burst level those alts all at once again. But yeah, it sounds like a lot of people are starting to get in the 90 range, doing midnight content, getting geared. We lost Rad, and I think we also lost Rad's wife at some point. So we don't have a full 5-person team built up yet. But when they come back, I think we're probably going to have 6 or 7 people, and we might be able to get some rotating like dungeons started off, some group content, and enjoy the parts of midnight that we just aren't doing. It's been really cold here. I recall early last week it was warm, and then I had to turn my heater back on because it was like 70 to 80. And so I turned my heating system off, and then it dropped down to like 40 all week long. And it was that cold where like it was moist, humid cold, just like freaking freezing, sapping the heat from you. Got most of the way through doing some gardening stuff for my mom, but I still have to get this new garden fence up. I don't know. Apparently tomorrow the weather won't look good, but it will be warm, so probably going to get in there and do that so that she'll have it for Mother's Day. Just
That is coming up.
you know what else is coming up? Car registration. I gotta do it, man. Now I'll say this: Delaware has some of the best DMVs I've seen. West Virginia also had a pretty fast DMV. Delaware is like mechanically fast. It's insane how good they are at getting you in and out of that bad boy. New Jersey was actually one of I don't think it would surprise anyone to hear that New Jersey has a dog shit DMV. I remember getting registered in Jersey and it took 3 fucking hours. I've been registered in Delaware in less than 20 minutes. And there was a place to sit while waiting.
You don't renew your registration online?
You have to get a vehicle inspection in the process of getting registered in the state of Delaware. Yeah.
Yeah, Virginia does that. We can just register online.
You can register online. And in fact, they tried to get me to register online, but I'm sitting here looking at the requirements and I'm like, my vehicle is older than 6 years. I don't know why they're trying to get me to do this because I absolutely know I got to get a inspection. So being the giga genius that I am.
Separately for me.
Oh, I see. Because so I remember in West Virginia, inspections where you had to pay a garage to do them, and I thought that was normal, and actually that's not normal. In Delaware, you go to the DMV and there is an inspection site and you don't pay for the inspection. It's just part of your registration, whether you fail or succeed. That is, I mean, again, Delaware absolutely does it correctly in a way that fucking West Virginia did not in that regard. But they're 2 very different states monetarily, for sure.
Yeah, Virginia, you do pay for the state inspection, but I get mine for free through the dealership, through that Volkswagen dealership. I get my oil change inspections for free.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Now, if I bought another car that wasn't from that dealership, I would have to pay for those.
Now, look, I'm not like a big car guy, so I need the car people here to like report into me. My mom loved her freaking Honda Del Sol. These are these very small sports cars. She absolutely loved them, but she couldn't handle driving them on the highway anymore because they were so small and big trucks were overtaking her. But she has been saying she wants a Del Sol again for like local area stuff. She does a lot of charity work when she's actually at home. So what I'm saying is the Del Sol line is like, it's fucking gone, dude. Like it's not coming back. But she classically only drives Honda. So if there's any giga geniuses out here that know of like a modern electric small Honda sports car or one that's upcoming. Now, I mean, the Del Sols were value priced. Let's put it that way. Like, I was thinking if it was at Del Sol prices, I might buy her one. If it's at modern electric car prices, I will not buy her one, but I will tell her it exists. You know what I mean? Like, I have no problem spending some money to get my mom a present, but like $20,000 plus is not it. But if it exists, she should know about it. So all I'm saying, audience, is if you know something that fits those general requirements, or even is just close, I'd be real interested to hear about it. Oh, I have a message from Savannah. This is probably about being a teacher. Oh, she said, "Thank you, Arthur." She used my full first name I did tell people that I wanted them to start using my first name, but when a teacher does it, it makes me feel like I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? One of those situations where when the teacher knows your name, that either means that you're a problem causer or you're a ass kisser. Oh, Taranaki says can't miss Dark Moon Fair XP for leveling alts. I did hear that Dark Moon Fair gives you a 10% boost. I just don't. When is Dark Moon Fair? We'll find out. Did any ridiculous
Zombie apocalypse?
What state would you be most safe in the zombie apocalypse? Hawaii.
Yeah, it's probably depends on the zombies.
No, I don't think so.
Alaska might be safe depending on the zombies.
Alaska is continentally connected to Canada. The west coast of Canada is habitated. They will eventually get you. I know there's some sort of strat where people are like, if you move to Canada, it'll be too cold for the zombies to survive. But if that's true, zombies wouldn't be able to survive in like Georgia during the winter, in which case living in Alaska does nothing for you. Alaska is not as cold through most of the year as people assume that it is. Most of it is coastal, and that coastline is next to a nice, warm, unfrozen ocean. I don't know. America doesn't have any, what do the Russians call them? Cold water ports?
Well, let's change it to which of the continental 48 would be the safest.
Which of the continental 48? Now, I also would have said Puerto Rico. It's not technically a state, but it has all the same advantages of Hawaii. Which of the continental 48 states would be best? I mean, it's probably going to be one of those shitty flyover states. Sorry to people from Wyoming or Nebraska,
South
but
Dakota.
I mean, it's going to be someplace very mountainous, so a Rocky Mountain state, maybe Colorado. I feel like Colorado has a solid chance with the Air Force Academy and like NORAD shit and just generally bombing the fuck out of everything. The people there are used to living on the side of a mountain. Yeah, I'm starting to gravitate towards Colorado because it is warm enough to survive in Colorado in some parts of it year round without significant technology. Have we talked about the blue button, red button?
Oh, that stupid thing.
It's not that stupid. It's crazy because, you know, what? Let me put it this way: if the Reds win and slightly less than half of humanity dies out, society collapses, right? Like, you guys remember COVID? Imagine a COVID that doesn't end. I don't mean like everybody's sick. I just mean who's driving your buses? Who's cleaning your dishes? Who's taking all those corpses? What do you do when slightly less than half of all jobs around the world, almost all of the altruists, are gone?
If red wins, no one dies.
No, it's if red wins, all the blues die.
Oh no, I had it backwards.
Yeah, you have it backwards. I mean, there's every indication that you should be doing
It's
blue.
probably been flipped on different iterations of it by this point, so.
I don't know. The kill slightly less than half of everybody button is a terrible choice. I saw someone doing a breakdown. They were like, blues are collectivists and red are individualists. And I was just like, no, reds are just dipshits. You know? I'm a born hater, but there's almost no incentive to press the red button. Because if everybody presses the blue button, or even 50.1% press the blue button, everyone is safe and happy and good. So if you assume that half of people are good and half of people are bad, then it just takes a couple of people. It actually only takes one person choosing to actively be good to flip towards the good side. So there is every indication that you should just pick being good. Someone out there is going to be like, it's very reductive to say that red is bad and blue is good. But red kills people and blue doesn't. This isn't even a deontological versus utilitarianism
But
thing.
red
It's
has
literally just murder.
0% chance of you dying,
Yeah,
regardless of what anyone else does.
I agree.
Correct.
And if you're completely selfish, then that is all that matters. Unfortunately, humans are societal creatures. We absolutely cannot survive alone. We require other people. So if all you're doing is ensuring you live and everybody else is at risk of dying, that's a bad choice. Spoon, welcome back to Red Button, Blue Button.
Thank you.
What else did we cover?
What's red button, blue button?
Don't worry about it. We got to move on from it. I'm going to get some angry red buttoners in the comment section for sure.
Sure.
Spoon and I power leveled. We got them 6-7 levels in like an hour and a half in World of Warcraft. That was great. We've got a bit more of Redstone Mountains, Redfield Mountains, the Chris Redfield Mountains. And then we're off to Loch Modan, maybe. And then we'll bounce over to what's Warlords of Draenor area called for the Alliance? Stranglethorn Vale, maybe? Lunarfall. Yeah, it's called the Lunarfall Expedition. I don't know if you ever did the garrison system, but it's actually kind of interesting. I'm currently farming the garrison system on my level 90 Alliance Warlock because I want to get the heirloom rings. And 2 of the heirloom rings are only available in Warlords of Draenor. One of them, you have to advance your garrison to level 3 and then unlock the naval base. And then you have to get like a 1% chance mission on the naval table. So I'm in for the long haul on that one. But I have a full garrison, and it's sometimes a dude follows me around in the open world. Not that it matters. Once you level out of 70, whenever you go back to Warlords of Draenor, everybody's only level 40. So I'll be walking around and someone will be like, I'm the bodyguard of Kill Jaden. I'm impossible to defeat. And I'll just be like, death touch. They die instantly. 14 million damage. It's crazy. I mean, I did the entirety of Ice Crown Citadel today as a one man. I was worried that there'd be some mechanic somewhere along the line where, I'd have to stop and like do something and shit like that. I wouldn't be able to just one tap all the bosses. Because I was reading an Arthas guide and they were like, the Arthas fight is 15 minutes long. It features 4 distinct phases. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then they're like, and you die in the fight. And then you are resurrected by Arthas's father. And I'm like, oh, shit. All right, fine, whatever. But I just walked in and I hit him once as a monk for like 140 million damage. And then he kept talking for 2.5 more minutes. I didn't die. And then I punched him one more time and he died. But it was really interesting watching Arthas be like, my entire plan was to gather all the strongest heroes so I could kill them and raise them. And I was like, that's not a plan, dude. That's just, everyone was going to do that anyway. Like, you're the bad guy. Like, your plan can't be the thing everybody's already doing. You can incorporate what they're doing into your plan, but that's not your plan. The plan was to kill you all along. Right. What if our battleships were hot anime waifus? I don't know, Tice. I haven't played that game well, actually, I've never played that game, but I also haven't thought about Cancol in a long time. Or that other one. Lawson, go.
Azure
I choose
Lane.
you. Yes. I haven't thought about Azure Lane in a long time.
I just uninstalled that yesterday.
Wow, brutal.
I hadn't played it in a few years.
I mean, I am legitimately out on Uma Musume and Fate Grand Order. I haven't opened them in like 2 or 3 months. After literal years of logging in every day to make sure I still had resources in Fate Grand Order, I've just become so distant from the gacha universe. I don't know. They keep releasing even worse games all the time as well. I understand we now have Never to Everness or whatever it's called, and they're really trying to
Tried that
promote the
one.
hell out of it.
It's got a good art style, but I don't know if I'm going to keep up with that one.
I'm interested in that Anatar one, the one where they had the One Republic song during their intro sequence, and it's like anime GTA, but it's also supernatural. Ice is saying Dark Switch and Frost. I assume he means Frostpunk 2, not Frostpunk 1, but you can be in a Frostpunk 1 as well. Frostpunk was pretty interesting. I think it took me 2 or 3 tries to finally beat the game, but I did it in a way that made me feel like I deeply compromised my morality. I learned some crazy ass shit during Frostpunk 2, like at negative 160 degrees Fahrenheit, the carbon dioxide in the air becomes liquid, and so it just bottoms out in your lungs and you can't breathe because you're just drowning in carbon dioxide. That's fucking crazy, dude. There's a whole scene where like a dude saves his daughter in those weather conditions, and I think like it's just like, yeah, through pure dad power, the two of them survive, and I was like, holy shit. This is wolf and cub or whatever, you know. This is straight up The Last of Us.
Mhm.
But yeah, I became a crazed religious lunatic, and everyone had to follow religious laws and super bleak existence in Frostpunk 1. But we fucking made it. We survived, and it was difficult. And I don't like that. But I felt good having finished it. And also, the Frostpunk devs are absolutely in love with Oro Crony, the VTuber, and started adding a bunch of references to her in both games, I guess. Just wild. She likes the
Makes
game, so
sense.
she played it. Frostpunk 2, I don't know. I enjoyed my time in Frostpunk 1. I don't want to go back to that bleak existence. If I wanted bleak existence, I would open a newspaper.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What's coming up that's good, though? I mean, I have a bunch of games that I should have started playing and reviewing. I was going to do a Modulus run today, but, like, I just couldn't get my heart into it after doing some editing. You know, I was like, I could play Modulus, but I don't think I could record and do fun commentary right now. I'm very excited to get back into it. I left Heart of the Machine hanging, and that game just, every time I play it, I'm like, oh my god, I want to open a strategy guide for this game just so I know whether I'm doing the right thing or not. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fumble forward blindly and choose moral actions. And the crazy thing is, that's actually working. The achievements specifically are like, congratulations, you have chosen to do the right thing morally. And I'm like, holy shit, this is the validation I exactly wanted. That I do the right thing morally, I never kill anyone, and I don't set anybody up to be killed, and I don't screw over the poor, and I don't eat humans, and I will be validated by the achievements. I did have one thing where it was like, stop stealing money from corporate middle management. The game got mad at me. Oh, I did stop. After I got the achievement, I was like, that's wrong. But I already have enough money. I don't need more. And then I unlocked the ability to just steal directly from corporate coffers, specifically criminal syndicates. And I was like, great, that's my new source of money right there, is to just steal from crime. Also, it turns out self-defense isn't triggered as murder in the game, so when the criminals came after me, I just gunned them down the street with a bunch of shotguns. They were like, "Ooh, look, we've got, pistols and light body armor and like clubs and shit. And I'm like, I'm a fucking robot using military grade automatic shotguns and flashbangs. Just one of my regular security bots is more than enough to defeat an entire squad of criminal gangsters. And it was so. That's Heart of the Machine makes me think that the person who wrote this story is very twisted individual. And it's super interesting. I'll also say this. I know that there are some City Council of Darkness haters out there. I got caught up to episode 4. I think last week I was only on episode 1. I finished episode 4 before this intro hour. Fantastic. Possibly one of the best Dimensions 20 series ever made. Possibly one of the best seasons they've ever done. It's hard to top Fantasy High Season 3 because what was the last test called? The Final Stand or something?
The last stand?
The Last Stand. The Last Stand was so incredible. The entire season was brought higher by it. It is unassailably good, but it doesn't stand on its own. Like it had 2 other seasons and multiple one-shots and several, like the 7, and the pirate spin-off. Like it truly had a lot of lore, and the characters we all love, everything been building up. But City Council of Darkness is fucking amazing. Just someone saying in character, this is a 1-horse town, and then Zach going, I have animalism on my character sheet. I want to befriend that 1 horse. And Brendan going, it's not a real horse. And Zach going, it is now. You think about it.
Oh boy.
Brian Murphy is playing a Nosferatu who believes he's a superhero called Darkness Man. His wife is playing his sidekick, who's also a cryptozoologist. It's not clear if everyone's character sheets are truth-telling, because some of the post-episode chats, there have been implications that some people are hiding their true clan affiliations. That maybe Ali Beardsley is actually playing as Zemich or something. But yeah, I mean, we got Lou Wilson as Levante Worthy. Initially, I wasn't hot on Levante Worthy, but he sticks to his guns, which are very Count Ronald Swanish, which is probably why I didn't like him at first. But he does go into every conversation going like, how can I get you to accept my money to compromise yourself? Every single person he talks to, that is his first and opening thesis statement. He doesn't say exactly that, but he just he gets people to compromise themselves in the pursuit of cash in a way that is fucking amazing. And he's also the straight man. It's very unusual for Lou to be playing a straight man and Brian Murphy to be playing the comedic relief.
Yeah. It's the other way around.
Yes, normally it is the other way around. It's absolutely wild. It was like when I was watching Gladlands, and Ali Beardsley was the straight man, and Brennan was a fucking lunatic menace. I thought Gladlands was good, but it wasn't like very special in a way. Yeah. Some of the seasons of Dimension 20 are unbelievable in their execution. I think City Council of Darkness is one of them. It has made me want to actually play Vampire and 5th edition Vampire, which I know isn't the most popular opinion, but as much as I've stayed away from Vampire, I absolutely want to run a vampire game set in Falling Waters, West Virginia, just south of Hagerstown. Maybe a little bit further west into Appalachia. Shit, maybe we'll do it in Morgantown, West Virginia, the home of the WVU main campus, which I spent several years on. No,
Mountaineers.
the Mountaineers. Montani Semper Liberi.
Yeah. No, like there's so I listen to a Warhammer the Old World Lore podcast sometimes, and one of the guys on it mentioned Chungle Down Bim. And
Chungle
I was like,
Down Bim.
He watches Dimension 20. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Chungle Down Bim, absolute
interesting
lunatic.
combination of media there.
Have you watched the Chungle Down Bim one shot? You'd know if you had.
I don't remember. So probably
you would know if you had. It's fucking wild. It's another case of Lou Wilson compromising his values for a comedic bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's a, I don't know that it's recently released, but I did just see Koi Fish playing a Warhammer Old World Mountain Blade 2 mod where you can pledge to like call Franz or the Chaos Gods or the vampires. They've got the like traditional Northeast Total Warhammer map. You know, not like the down south area.
Listen, literally, is it called the Old Realms?
I don't know.
I was gonna say one just popped. Like I went to Bannerlord, looked at it's all in Japanese.
Most popular. That's Chinese, yeah.
Chinese, yeah.
I mean, he's playing it in English and making fun of the Swedish names, or sorry, the Dutch names. He's like Bogenhagen. They named the town Bogenhagen. Do they even know what that means?
Workshop.
There's several.
Yeah. So funny he's been making fun of Bogenhagen because I made an NPC named Bugenhagen a couple days ago for Goshbound. Oh, I suppose I should be announcing that during our charity event, June 19th through 21st, on the 21st, we will be doing a charity one-shot episode of Godbound with the Goshbound crew. This is a secret game that we've been playing with cast members of Godbound, and this will be your only opportunity to get a look at it, where the players are just playing super powerful demigods who can cause things to happen. Spoon was like, we should go on a multi-episode crawl in order to gather up followers and bring the light to this mountain. And then Soundwave was like, or I could just magically fix the lighting system.
I mean, wow, maybe we should level up before we go into
it's too late. You're on your way forward.
Hey, we got the resources to level up.
My favorite part of that
we
game.
Have to spend them first.
Yes, you have to spend them.
I'm figuring that out. I got plans.
My absolute favorite part of that scene was Omar just being like, and I push my cousin into the portal so that we're all forced to follow him. I was like, it's so great watching a game master give another game master a fucking blank check.
Yep. And I was about to be like, I stop you, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let this happen.
We'll
see if we survive.
How bad could a night road really be?
Oh, fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
Just remember, it's a path to heaven.
Sure. It's also where all the monsters fucking live.
Hey, you just got to make the monsters your followers.
No, we do not.
All I'm hearing is Warlock Godbound. Perfect.
I spend 2 Dominion to make the Night Road my domain.
Wow. Oh yeah.
2 Dominion's gonna do it, buddy.
Yeah, that's
not.
You might be able to get a couple square feet out of that.
Yeah.
I think 1 Dominion's like a village size.
Yeah, it's like you spend, and it's like you get like a group of normal human beings that follow you.
I gotta finish Final Fantasy Tactics at some point. I pumped about 50 hours in that game over 2 weeks. And then I was like, I can't handle this grind anymore. Gotta get back into it. Wow. We've only got a few seconds left here, like 15 seconds. So whatever you guys have to say, now's the time to say it.
Blood Bowl 7s is coming back. Check the Discord for more info.
Oh, yeah. What's going on about that?
Yes.
Tell me more in the next 2 seconds.